As Russia prepares for its massive Victory Day celebrations in Moscow, the war with Ukraine is rapidly shifting from battlefield combat to psychological warfare. Kyiv is now openly boasting about long-range strikes deep inside Russian territory, targeting regions like Perm, Chelyabinsk, and Yekaterinburg, some nearly 2,000 kilometers from Ukraine's border. The message is clear. Nowhere inside Russia is completely safe anymore. Zelensky's rhetoric has become increasingly provocative. One statement declared, "People should be valued, not parades," directly mocking Russia's Victory Day celebrations in Red Square. The remark strikes at one of the Kremlin's most sacred political symbols, the Soviet victory narrative that underpins Russian patriotism and national identity.
We received only new Russian strikes, so that is why Ukrainian long-range sanctions are moving towards remote Russian points that are related to Russia's military industry, war infrastructure, and financing of aggression. Every day, Russia can make a choice and stop its war, and not for a few hours to get our permission to hold a parade in Moscow, but to protect people's lives.
Kyiv is also reframing its deep strike campaign as a tool for peace through pressure. Ukrainian officials describe the attacks as long-range sanctions, arguing that Russia can stop the strikes every day simply by ending the war. The framing presents drone attacks and infrastructure strikes not as escalation, but as justified retaliation aimed at forcing Moscow to change course. The tensions are escalating sharply around May 9th celebrations. Ukraine accused Russia of seeking a ceasefire only to secure a few hours of silence in Red Square. In response, Russian Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Maria Zakharova warned that Kyiv could face a massive missile strike if Moscow perceives any threat to Victory Day events.
We would also like to emphasize that the Russian armed forces will continue to resolutely suppress any armed provocations by the Kiev regime. We recommend that you pay very close attention to the Defense Ministry's statement of May 4th regarding a ceasefire for Victory Day and the consequences for Kiev in case of its violation. We urge Ukrainian citizens and the diplomatic corps to take the Defense Ministry's recommendation to leave Kiev in a timely manner very seriously, which may be subjected to a massive retaliatory missile strike should the Kiev regime attempt to carry out its criminal plans aimed at disrupting the celebrations marking the 81st anniversary of victory in the Great Patriotic War, as well as to the materials published on the website of the Russian Foreign Ministry.
Both sides now accuse each other of faking peace efforts while targeting civilian psychology. Ukraine is telling Russians their government cannot protect them. Russia is warning Ukrainians that escalation could bring devastating consequences. The conflict is no longer just military, it is becoming a battle over fear, symbolism, and national morale.